Hello to people. People are really excited to be at this parade. Again, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Martin Luther King Parade. We the People Oklahoma is presented here. Some of them are a little bit shy about being on a podcast. So, we're going to walk around. Look at that. Children and adults alike are very excited to be here. Let's see here. I'm going to walk along. It's starting to move now. We'll be doing some chants. This is exciting. Again, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Martin Luther King Parade, where it's one race, the human race. I like that motto. I love that motto. We're all different shades of holy. As Mia, you can find her at former videos on We the People Oklahoma. It was on a Saturday, a rally that was held. I think it was May, on maybe the end of April. And she did about a 10-minute piece. She does poems, raps, if you will. Like louder than a bomb type of poems. And it was a wonderful poem, and it had to do with how her daughter has to live by a different set of rules, to not put her hands in fists, at least someone thinks that she's angry. And it's true, if you have a child that's a minority. Oh, there goes Tulsa University. What's that bird called? See, I don't know the name of the birds. It's a mascot for a team. Yes, he is. Those look like it. I'm probably wrong. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this today. Woo! Happy Martin Luther King Day. What? I don't think it's to you either. I made a mistake. And I see different signs with quotes by Martin Luther King. Like this one says, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." Martin Luther King Jr., that's been used for many different organizations to bring awareness to what they were passionate about. Again, I really like that soy group, Save Our Youth. Again, it's www.saveouryouthok.com. And we have coming up a website called WeThePeopleOklahoma.org. It's a grassroots organization committed to making change more often in the legal field, in the courts. So we have some people that do not like to talk on podcasts, but they are here representing themselves and the people they care about, they love. And we all love Tulsa. This is true. Again, as I stated before, we're going to be walking through the area that was bombed, burned in the Greenwood race riot that started so long ago in 1921. We are facing some of the same arguments that they faced back then. That certain people's lives do not matter. Their voice does not matter. And it's changing in Tulsa. As this group, We the People Oklahoma, went before a judge to ask to impanel a grand jury. They collected the signatures. They were told they would not even be able to collect 2,000. But the voice of Tulsa will not be stopped. The voice of Tulsa will not be stopped. The citizens, they signed almost 9,000 signatures, and we had more than enough that was needed to be valid to fulfill the requirements to impanel a grand jury to investigate the Tulsa Sheriff Department and the then Sheriff Stanley Glanz. I've encountered a lot of resistance myself. I've had messages from the Klan that they knew where my mother was. Horrible statements. It's been an emotional matter for a number of citizens in Tulsa, but the outcome was truthful. Stanley Glanz was indicted on 3 separate counts. No longer could he hide. The truth was out. And the truth continues to be out. Our acting sheriff Weigel resigned just last week after a heated debate in a county commissioner meeting over the budget. If you want to read about it, that was just a couple of days ago when it was shown that the Tulsa Sheriff Department, instead of paying, I think it was $80-some or $62, maybe. Carrie, how much were they paying for those exams? The Tulsa Sheriff Department, it went up to $800 and some. How much was it originally? $62? $85. I stand corrected. Those physical exams were $85. And then the day this woman's husband left the Sheriff Department, he went into a contract with Physical Therapy of Tulsa, I believe it was. I may have to correct myself later. Physical Therapy for $880-some per physical exam, draining the coffers. They're facing a shortfall when it comes to the Tulsa jail, and even payment of the now deputies was in question. So again, we're at the Martin Luther King Parade in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm with We the People Oklahoma, a grassroots organization, actually an LLC. I highly recommend, if you want to make a difference when it comes to government, to form an LLC, as I've learned over the past couple months that is one of the better options to create change, real change. We are excited. 2 Sundays ago in Okmulgee, there was a church that had a bulldozer in front of it, and it was about to be demolished. It was the first church in Okmulgee. Fortunately, We the People Oklahoma was able to be there. Our hidden weapon, our attorney, Lori Phillips, was able to file an injunction and literally save that church. This church was built by families of freedmen, possibly some freedmen themselves. It was in 1906 that it was built, so there's a possibility that there was some freedmen, if they'd been children during the Civil War, that were involved in the construction of the church in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. The gentleman's name that was attempting to save the church name was James Dean, with dreadlocks and all. A wonderful young man, and that church was saved. The piano inside, even though there had been vandalism by the people that wanted to tear it down, a bank, the piano, which had to be about 100 years old, from the 19-teens to possibly 1920s, that it was still in tune. There was 3 keys that were out of tune. I played on this piano and I had a good time. I had a great time. What are we doing? And a helicopter is flying low. I don't know why. I'm seeing many mascots from different organizations. I see a truck that says Tulsa Police. I've seen police cars, but never a police truck. That's pretty amazing. We had members of the Tulsa Police Department that openly signed that petition to open a grand jury in the investigation of the Tulsa Sheriff Group and former Sheriff Stanley Glantz. There was evidence of malfeasance throughout the whole thing. There's Channel 8. I think that is Channel 8. Hey, I recognize the cameraman. Are we doing some pictures now? Hello. It's good to see you. Register to vote. That's my mantra these days, register to vote. Hey, do I have any lipstick on my teeth?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Can't have lipstick on the teeth. That's right. Let's see here. Are you enjoying the Martin Luther King Parade? Thank you for being here. I'm doing a podcast. Would you like to say Happy Martin Luther King Parade?
Huh?
I'm doing a podcast.
Oh,
never mind. Just looking for people to say Happy Martin Luther King Day.
I said,
Yeah.
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, goodness. Well, that's an interesting car. What is that, from Munsters? What do you think that one's from? That was pretty cool.
I don't know.
I like watching the Martin Luther King parade, always have in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are here live.
Show?
Pardon?
Do you still do your radio show?
Doing it right now. Would you like to say Happy Martin Luther King
yes.
Day?
Happy Martin Luther King Day. Yes.
And you are running for governor, correct?
I am.
Would you like to say your name?
My name is Joe Briggs Jr. I'm running as a Libertarian. Once we get the third-party ballot access passed through, we're circling a petition statewide to bring out the third-party independent.
Oh, I love that idea.
In Oklahoma. That way it's just not a two-party system, and I'm going to be the candidate for governor.
Great. I love that. Okay, they're telling us to stop. Hammer time.
Hey, Capital One. Hello? Capital One.
They're trying to get the Capital One.
Capital One, up here.
And they got it, and they're now going on past this. Capital One has a large group in the Martin Luther King parade. Let's see if I'm still active here. All right. Having a good time. I'm seeing Enterprise has an organization.
Nowhere, sir. We're just right here. We staying right here. We're right here.
That's right.
We're ready to go.
This is kind of confusing. They're going to have a lot of groups crashing.
What's that?
Wait, what are they doing here? We're just waiting till...
We're merging in everybody's parade.
Okay. All right. Register to vote.
Y'all crazy. How y'all want to defend the man that was selling the damn gun? That don't make sense to me. Come on, man.
He deserved his day in court.
Let's go.
And we're walking on.
Here we go. We're going to be all right.
Woohoo!
Be all right.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Come on now.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
Whole street.
Our street.
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 What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it
if
down.
we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
Whole street.
Our street.
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 The Constitution of the United States of America declares all men are created
Equal.
We must fight for our
Right.
freedom. The Constitution of the United States of America declares all men are created
Equal.
Right.
Freedom.
They think it's a joke.
It's a joke.
They think it's a game.
They think it's a game.
My life
Matters.
My life
Matters.
They think it's a joke.
They think it's a joke.
They think it's a game.
They think it's a game.
My life
Matters.
My life
Matters.
They think it's a joke.
They think it's a joke.
They think it's a game.
They think it's a game.
My life
Matters.
matters. The city says they have a vision, but we say
No vision.
no right,
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 Mark.
no right,
Mark.
no right, no right, no right, no right. What do we want? When do we want it? If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
say his name. Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Eric Harris.
Harris.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Jeremy Lake.
Jeremy Lake.
Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name.